Hey everybody, it's Melissa. I want to do a quick share with y'all, and I'm doing it with my phone. Sorry, but it's the weekend and I can't upload at home. Y'all know I live in the sticks and can't get high-speed internet. Anyway, I made this cute little sticky notebook for a circle sticky notepad. And I made this several months ago and I keep forgetting to share it. So I'm going to go over real quickly how I did it. First of all, I'd like to thank Velma on YouTube, who does the beautiful UT flowers. I think she calls them glass flowers, for her tutorial. And I did mine similar to hers, but not the same because I don't have the area outside that she does to do it. So I'll start with the flower. I used the Tim Holtz Alterations die, the daisy type. There's two different flowers on there, and I used the one that looks like the daisy, obviously. And I cut it out 4 times, and I sandwiched the papers together and glued them together, so I had 2 paper flowers. Then I took my embossing dauber and I daubed embossing embossing liquid all over the flower. And I dipped it in my container of UT, and then I would emboss it with the heat gun instead of pouring and embossing. So it's a lot less messy, but it takes a lot longer when you do it this way. But it also leaves the edges free. So it just depends on how you want to do it. And I forgot to tell y'all, before I embossed it, I had inked the edges of the actual flower with broken china distress ink. So anyway, I made my flowers with the UT, got them good and slick, got them like I wanted them, and put them together with a pink pearl brad. So that's the flower. The next thing I did, this little notepad inspired me to do this. I've done notepad books with rectangle and square pads, but never a round one. So this is my first round one. The little notepad says the journey is the reward, and it's got the blue and the pink in the butterfly. That's what inspired the colors I used. I took pink cardstock, as you can see, and blue cardstock, a kind of a teal blue, and I ran them through the swirl folder from Cuttlebug and put those aside. A rectangle, I'd say about 5 by 7 of paper. Did 2 each because the inside is covered with the opposite color. So 2 each. Then I took a strip about 1.5 inches wide of each paper, probably about 4 inches long. Ran those through the Swiss dot folder, Cuttlebug folder. And then I took my EK Success border punch, this one, and I punched one side, and then I turned the paper and punched the other side. And if you'll look, and I don't know if y'all know this or not, some people know it, some people don't, but this little dot represents the center of the punch. And if you line it up just right, your paper lace will come out almost perfect. Sometimes I get it perfect, sometimes I don't, but it doesn't matter because it's got a big flower on it anyway. So that's how I made the paper lace. And then I took sponge sugar, distress ink, rubbed it on the Swiss dots, and I also rubbed it on the swirls on the pink paper. And I took broken china distress ink and I rubbed it on the teal or the blue paper, and it's just enough to pop those swirls. It doesn't jump out at you. So anyway, that's how I made the covers, the paper and stuff. Now we'll get to the actual chipboard. I used a really big, and I think it's called Celebration brand. I got it from scrapbookpal.com. I'm sorry that I'm clearing my throat. I'm getting over a sinus infection. So, I took two pieces of chipboard, probably 6 by 6, I would say. It doesn't matter what size. And then I had an extra scrap piece. Don't use your good chipboard for your template. I took the scrap piece, I laid my cute little notepad on it, and added 1/4 of an inch. And I used the old-fashioned Fiskars circle cutter, the one that's round that you push down in the center and it holds whatever. I love that little thing. I cut my circle, and you can see my Scotch tape. Then I took a rectangle of the chipboard. I laid it down, and the rectangle is probably 1.5 inches deep before I started, maybe 2 inches. So pretend this is a chipboard circle. I laid the circle down over the rectangle and traced the arch. So I had a piece of chipboard that looked just like this, with an arch cut out of it. I took Scotch tape and taped those 2 pieces together, as you can see, and then on the other side I put paper for more stability. Now I used my ATG gun to tape all this stuff down on the real book, but you can use your favorite adhesive. Just make sure it goes from edge to edge, because these are handled a lot. Then I put my paper on one side at a time. I put my adhesive on the chipboard and then lay my paper, and y'all know how to do this. Turn it over, put it on your glass mat, use your craft knife, cut around it, and then do the other side, and proceeded to do that 4 times. Then I added my paper lace that I made with my border punch. Then I glued my little flower on the front, and I cannot remember. I think I used glossy accents to glue the flower down. On the inside, I save packaging. I save acetate packaging, any kind of thick plastic packaging, especially for things like this, because I've made many of these little books over the years, but this is the first round one I ever made. I usually make square ones or rectangles or whatever, but this is the first round one. I cut a circle the exact dimension of the cover itself, and then I took the thicker tacky tape. It's probably the 1/2 inch tacky tape. This is the little 1/8 inch. I put 3 strips of that across, and I think you can see it if I hold it right. And I glued this down so that you can use this book over and over again when you run out of the little notes, the little sticky notes. So it sticks really well. No matter how many times you pull it off, it's gonna stick. So I covered everything, put the acrylic on it, then I ran the thing through my Zutter. That's how I bound it. And put my sticky notepad in there, and then put a little butterfly paper clip that I got from Michael's in the dollar bin. Isn't that the cutest thing? There were swirls, hearts, and butterflies, and they were just $1. So anyway, this is my little book. I hope everybody likes it, and y'all, they are very, very easy to make, and they make wonderful teacher gifts or just any kind of gift. Stick it in a birthday gift as a little bonus or something. So I hope y'all like it. Oh, and one more thing, the edge, so you couldn't see the chipboard, I used the pearl dauber and went around the edge so it would have a nice finished edge. So anyway, I hope y'all like my little book, and I think everybody should just go out and try and make one, because these are very, very easy, and it's kind of like instant gratification. Y'all have a fantastic weekend. Bye.